Yeah, what was your name again? Yeah, what was your name again?
Alexandra.
Okay. My name's Travis, and I'm an American refugee from America. All right. Okay, where's the brick? The British guy. You're from Britain, yes?
Yeah.
Can you read that from Winston Churchill?
Russia is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside a museum.
Yes. So, Russia is a complete and utter mystery to the West. Okay, I'm going to talk about three things today. I'm going to talk about the American smile. I'm going to talk about
Use the clicker.
Just a second, give me a second. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I'm talking about the differences between Russia and America. It's the subject of my third book, something that I'm writing about right now. I'm going to talk about three things: the American smile, coconuts versus peaches, and civil religion. The differences between the American smile and Russian smile, coconuts versus peaches, and American civil religion. Okay, let's see here. Right, the American smile. Okay. America has privacy. That's the first reason that there is the American smile. America has more immigrants. That's the second reason. And Russia is corrupt. That's the third reason. So, okay. Privacy. Russia and America. Russia has no word for the word privacy. And what I mean by that is that Russia has no word for the word privacy. And I will argue with any of you Russians that Russia has no word for the word privacy. And why is that? And how does that deal with the smile? Imagine that you were living in the 1800s here in Russia, and you were living in a little community like this, okay? And it was like your family. And you always saw the same people all the time. You were serfs, you were very poor. And anybody that was a stranger, you'd be scared of. And so your little family was here. And like when you're at home, for example, you're very comfortable. You don't have to smile a lot. You're just yourself. And when you go outside, you wear a mask. But the thing is that in Russia, in the 1800s, when most people were slaves and serfs, everybody in that town was your family. You knew every single person in that town. Nobody there was a stranger. And so you kind of could just be yourself. There was no privacy, but you could be yourself. Now, America, at the same time. In America, there were cowboys, there were horses, there was this wide open space. And sometimes you wouldn't see a person for a week, sometimes you wouldn't see a person for a month. But when you saw a person, you were scared. Because what would happen is you go, oh, like way over there, and you see this brown person, like, oh no, it's an Indian. Or oh no, it's a Chinese man. Or oh no, it's a criminal or a bandit. And you're really frightened. And so you get closer and you get closer and you get closer and you get closer to this guy, and you're like, oh my goodness. Is he an enemy? Is he gonna kill me? Does he have a fucking knife? Does he have a gun? What's he doing? So what's the first thing you do when you see a stranger and you want to say, hey, I'm not a threat, I'm your friend? You smile. Okay? So, what happened is that because America was so wide and so vast and so big, and you rarely saw people, you constantly never knew who those people were. And and so basically you showed a smile. And when you showed the smile, that basically said, hey, we're friends. And whereas in Russia, you knew everybody. You could be yourself. You could just, like, when I'm at home, I don't smile at my wife all the time, or when I had a wife, I don't smile at my wife all the time. And when you're in a community like Russia, in Russia, everybody knows everybody else. So that's the first thing, is privacy. The second reason is America has more immigrants. Okay, statistically, if a country has more immigrants, then they will smile more. So countries like Russia, countries like Germany, countries like France, that traditionally had few immigrants, they smile less. But countries like America, where you don't know who the person is, and they may not speak the same language as you, and what you want to do is say, hey, I'm not a threat, I need to find the metro, but I don't know how to say, can I find the metro? You smile at them. You say, metro. And that makes people smile. The third reason, and I think this is the worst theory of why people smile so much in America and people smile so less in Russia, is that Russia is corrupt. And in a corrupt country where you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you don't know about the future, the future's unpredictable and scary. If a person smiles, then that person is overconfident, and you look at that person and say, that person is confident, and so therefore he's either stupid or he basically has more, how can I put this? That person is basically either stupid or he has more control over his life than you. And so you're jealous. That's the third reason. So those are the three theories, scientific theories, on why Americans smile and Russians do not. Okay. This is something that is really popular. And it's extremely, it's an incredible theory. The theory is peaches versus coconuts. Peaches are Americans. Russians are coconuts. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so in societies like America and Brazil, in peach cultures, you quickly become friends with people. They're very friendly, they smile a lot. People quickly go into first name basis. It's like, hi, I'm Travis Bailey, and immediately you say, hey, hi Travis. It's very impersonal, it's very personal, it's very warm. It's a friendliness, but you're not friends with people. And so what happens is that Americans are very warm on the outside. They're friends with everybody. They're always smiling, but their center is cold. Their center is impenetrable. And Russians, though, and the French and the Germans are coconuts. The outside is very, very hard, They don't smile. Yeah, so. But once you get through that outer shell, it's nice and warm inside. And it's very intimate, and Russian friendships are incredible. That is part of the reason that I'm here, is because if you go in, if you wanted to be with somebody, would you rather have somebody that has a soft outside and a hard inside, or a hard outside and a warm inside? So that's the difference between Russians and Americans. Finally, I'm going to talk about American civil religion. Who has that little, the box thing? Who's keeping track of time?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, where are we at here?
10.
What?
10 minutes.
We're at 10. I'm supposed to be 7.
No, it's supposed to be 13, 15.
Okay.
So it's fine.
All right. Felt like 25 minutes for me.
Alright.
Okay, so this is a beautiful picture. You have Jesus in the middle. This is an awesome picture. So you have Jesus in the middle, and you have all of these people. And they're not prophets of Jesus, they're American presidents, and they're American heroes. And then you have here, you have the Capitol building, and you have the other building in Washington, D.C. And American civil religion is this. Okay. So if you Google American civil religion on Wikipedia, it's an article that I started to write in 2006. And American civil religion was developed by sociologist Robert Bellah in the 1967 article, Civil Religion in America. And basically what this argues, and what Mr. Bellah argues, is that Americans not only have one religion, but they have two. Most Americans are very religious. 80% of Americans believe in God. Of all industrial countries, America is very strange because they believe in God and they're very religious. Americans are extremely religious. And so most Americans, a large majority of Americans, have a religion. But Mr. Bellah argues that Americans actually have two religions. Every American. They have a Christian religion, and they have a second American civil religion. And so, in this picture, okay, so you have Jesus, okay? And you have the prophets in the American religion. The prophets are the presidents. And you have the monuments, the temples, which are the monuments in America, and the churches, which are here. They're temples and churches. And then you have the Bible in America, and that Bible is the Declaration of Independence, or it's the Bill of Rights. And this is very different than Russia, because Americans are extremely patriotic, and they not only have one religion, but they have two. Okay, so all right. I have 29 pages of information on the differences between Americans and Russians, and it can be found here if you're interested. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Therese. So now we're going to continue with the workshop. So now we're going to continue with another video. Actually, we do a workshop about the stories and business
Actually, presentation of the course of like